Hello everyone, Tech1421 here. Welcome back to another episode of Mega Moveset. Today we're going to be covering a Mega Swampert. In the last episode we covered Mega Skeptile, and this is the last final evolution for Generation 3 that we have to cover in this series. We covered Mega Blaziken early on in the series because it was released in the X and Y games, and then we covered Mega Skeptile last episode, so now we have to cover Mega Swampert, and that's the final one of the three. So that's pretty cool. Mega Swampert I used a little bit in the demo when it came out. Who knows, maybe when you're watching this the game is already out, it's already past November 21st, and you already have Swampert for yourself, and you're just getting some little bit of knowledge on what kind of moveset to use, where to put your EVs and all that stuff. So I'm hopefully here to help and go over Mega Swampert. Chase is on my computer, making it very difficult for me to make this video, but that is okay. We're just gonna roll with it. So Mega Swampert is pretty awesome. I've always really liked Swampert. Swampert is a really cool Pokemon, and generally in the Pokemon games I normally start with the water type starters, and that's what I did in Ruby. Ruby is probably the most played game as far as me personally. I've played probably Ruby the most out of any Pokemon game, so I cannot wait for the Omega Ruby to come out, because that's what I'm getting. I can't wait to either get, I'm still deciding whether to get either a Mudkip or a Trico, because I really like both of the Mega evolutions in Skeptile and Swampert. So we're going to cover Mega Swampert today and hopefully get through all this stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about the stat raises and all that stuff first, because I think that's probably the most important thing to talk about. Then we'll get into the EVs and IVs. So it's Water Ground, which is a really amazing typing because you're not weak to electric because of that ground typing, so you're immune to electric. And really the only thing that's going to hurt you is grass type. So you're 4 times weak to grass, so watch out for those grass type moves because they will kill you pretty fast. So that's just something to watch out for. So especially Skeptile, Mega Skeptile, as well as things like Breloom and sometimes Ferrothorn if they have a grass type move. So just be careful with stuff like that. As far as the new ability goes, the Swift Swim, we'll get into that in a second. The old abilities is Torrent and Damp. Again, we'll get into that in a second. As far as the stat raises go, the attack went from 110 to 150, which is fantastic. You can see here, Mega Swampert's bulked up a little bit, got better attack, and the defense went up a little bit. The special defense went up. Speed increased by 10, which is a little nice, and the speed has a chance of increasing even more with the ability Swift Swim, which we will go ahead and talk about now. So we'll actually talk about regular Swampert's abilities first because we're on the page here. So it has Torrent and Damp. Damp, I feel like Swampert got the short end of the stick as far as the abilities go for the Generation 3 Megas. Or I guess just the regular old Generation 3 Pokemon. And Swampert, I don't like his 2 regular abilities. I think Skeptile has in I forget the ability that it has, but Overgrow and something else, and then of course Blaziken has his fire type version of Torrent and Overgrown, and then Speed Boost. So I think Damp is probably the worst of the 3, and then I think Torrent's of course the same as the other 2, but I feel like, I don't know, Skeptile didn't get, or Swampert didn't get that great of abilities to begin with. But if you have to choose one, I'd probably go with Torrent over Damp. As far as Mega Skeptile, or I keep on saying Skeptile. As far as Mega Swampert goes, its new ability is Swift Swim. What Swift Swim does is if there's rain out, if there's the weather condition rain out, this Pokemon's speed is doubled, which is crazy good. So if there's rain out, so you might want to use this on a rain team with Politoed. You can also just put Rain Dance like I did on here. You can have another Pokemon out there that has like a Damp Rock or something like that, and then has Rain Dance of his own. So you can do a lot of different things, but you definitely want that rain out and to get the most benefit from this Pokemon. So stick it on a rain team, that might be very good, or you can just go put like a Rain Dance on like I did. So that's 2 different options that you can do there, or you can have a rain team and have Rain Dance. So yeah. As far as the EVs go, I chose to boost out the attack to 252, and then Adamant is probably the best option. That gets you a grand total of 438, which isn't the best, but it is still pretty strong, hitting for a good amount of damage, especially with those stab type moves in Earthquake and Waterfall. We'll get into the moves in a second here. As far as the speed goes, I boosted it to 96 to 200. So essentially, when you get the Rain Dance up, you're going to be outspeeding a lot of like base 150s and stuff like that. So anything that doesn't have a Choice Scarf, you're going to pretty much outspeed. And I feel like just increasing it by 96 is probably the best way to go in my mind. And you know, some dragon types are pretty fast, but they can't really do much to you, and that's why, you know, you have like Ice Punch to counteract them. As far as like walls go and stuff like that, you can't really do much to them anyways, so there's not really a point in staying in on like stuff like, I don't know, like Chansey, or especially like Ferrothorn. You're going to get out of there. So this Pokemon's not really good with handling particular walls in the OU tier. I'm not sure where Mega Swampert's going to fall. My guess is probably UU, and we'll kind of just wait and see. But this will be a pretty good Pokemon in UU, and it's going to be a pretty solid Mega, just kind of like Blastoise. It's going to be pretty similar to Blastoise in my mind as far as, you know, when to use it, what tier it fits in. So, but let's go ahead and get into the moves. The moves are pretty simple, and you're pretty much going to see this particular moveset a lot in the probably UU tier. I don't think it'll be an OU, but we'll have to wait and see. Rain Dance is kind of the go-to first move you want to use, unless you're really, if you want to like predict something to come in on you, like a grass type to come in on you, you can Ice Punch. But you're normally going to Rain Dance. Rain Dance does two things. You get your speed boosted, and your water type moves are going to be doing more damage, as well as fire type moves are going to be doing less, which doesn't really matter too much. But the biggest one is your speed being boosted by 2, and Waterfall doing, you know, more damage. So Waterfall in the rain is going to be your go-to move. It hits for stab. It has a 20% chance of flinch, which you don't want to rely on, but it does have that extra chance to flinch, and you get the extra boost in the rain. So Waterfall, go-to move in the rain. Earthquake is your most powerful move that's not when you're not in the rain. So you hit for stab, and it's 100 base power. And you know, Earthquake is pretty good like coverage all around. Earthquake's one of like the best moves in the game in my opinion. So Earthquake's a great move. And then Ice Punch is just there for extra coverage if you can predict those grass types to come in, because that's what you're super effective, you know, 4 times weak to. So Ice Punch, pretty solid. It also hits, you know, all the stuff like those flying types and those dragon types out there. So it also has a 10% chance to freeze, which again, don't rely on. But Mega Swampert, pretty awesome if you want to make him shiny. I think Swampert, any Pokemon that turns purple for their shiny state, I like. I don't know why. It's just something. It's something weird. I really like it when Pokemon either turn like really bright green or like purple like this. So as far as the shiny sprite goes, pretty darn cool. I like it. So I would make him shiny if you can, if you have the chance. So that is Mega Swampert. If you guys want to leave any comments down below, be sure to let me know how you like the set. What do you think about Mega Swampert, and what tier you think he might fall in, and what tier do you think he belongs in if he's already fallen into a tier by the time you watch this? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I will see everyone in the next Mega Moveset episode, which will probably be either Diancie or Steelix. Haven't decided yet. Maybe Mega Galeali. I can't say his name. But yeah, so I'll see everyone later. Peace.